Sure that I'm not sure. I know when I don't know it. So I listen for my inner voice. Hello, welcome back to my channel. Um, I've been gone for a while because I've been kind of busy with some things, but I came on here because I was seeing some things that's totally disgusting to me, and I wanted to talk about them, share them with you fine people on my channel and my subscribers and people that visit. Basically, before I even go into anything, I am not a lawyer. I'm not giving legal advice. I am just giving an opinion, and I'm going by reviews on a network of social media that I've read. So this little conversation will probably be under 10 minutes or whatever my phone can handle, although I may have a big jar of talk. But I think that my phone can't handle that much, but you can take it from how this is going to go. The frustration of trying to find representation when you've been wronged, when you've been done wrong. And just saying that none of our problems could be as bad as what's going on in Israel, Jerusalem, and with the Hamas and Gaza. So just sending out my prayers, love, and light for those. It is horrific what is happening there. My gosh, if you've been looking at the news, quite frightful is the least to say. I can't even. In the situation, I am praying God rectify it as soon as possible, and my thoughts and prayers. Nothing worse I can imagine is with the family of the victims and people that have been taken hostage. Okay, Mm. but yeah, a bit too much. But getting back into the situation, if you are one that has been done wrong and you are a regular Joe, just, a person that is not rich and does not have to pay the piper, like that much money to pay for a lawyer, you could luck out and be blessed and find someone that has a passion and really wants to help you, and that is just fantastic. That's great. Or you could find someone who says that they help but they don't want to share. But God will lead you the way, lead you the path. I believe that, if it is for you. But anyway, if you're one of those people that have been done wrong, do you know most of the time the people that have done you wrong know that you're probably a person of limited finance. So they will do the predatory lending. They will do the discrimination kind of thing or whatever, because they are only leaning on that one thing of no one helping you. They know you can't get help. You don't have money. They know nothing will happen to them. So they seek you out, find out what you got, or if find out, who knows? Probably look at your name, your background, whatever. But nothing can stop the Lord when He blesses you. Just remember that. But my frustration is a lot of the people are on the reviews talking about how they go to all these organizations, and these organizations, and I'll put it out there. Hey, even to myself, I've went to some, and they have in there, they'll help you with this, with that, the other. They help you with civil rights. They help you with discrimination. They help you with wrongful death. They help you with something, of that nature or some other nature, whatever. There's the problem you have. Then you call them up, ding, 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 and they say, "Oh, we don't do that. We don't help." Then you ask, "Okay, well, like a car shop or like a fashion show, they both know what they do. What is it exactly that you do?" They tell you that's hard. And here's those code words. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen, right here. It's a case by case basis. We all know what that means. Case by case basis, don't we? Does it really mean case by case basis? I don't know. I'm not entirely sure about that. But looking into my research further, when I was looking at this, because I see so many reviews, of these people saying that they've contacted these quote nonprofit agencies that are supposed to do this that they say they do, this case by case basis, and they are very vague, if non-existent, with saying what it is they actually do. I sound like a crazy funny buddy. I may, because I probably am losing my mind. I don't know. But I don't think. God help me. They actually do not say what they do. So if you're looking right here, I'm forewarning you. If you've got reviews like that and you really never see any traction or anything, any victories in your research, and you're like, wow, your organization is there, but and everything you say you do, I don't see one darn thing that you have been victorious on. It's probably because it's nothing. Sad to say, a lot of people open nonprofits so they can be for profits. Does that make sense? Does that make that? There's no non in the profit. Take the non off. And they're just running a show. I mean, they'll put the best things that tinker at your heart, civil matters, food for the poor, housing for the poor, poverty enrichment to help those that are poor to achieve, uh, to assist you when someone has discriminated. They'll put the biggest things on there that'll tug at your heart. And seriously, folks, they're not really doing anything. They're just kind of just, you call in, they'll say, not all of them, but from what I've witnessed and the reviews I've read, you'll call in and they'll say, get here if you're with me. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, what's your name? And you haven't even completed the conversation. What's your email? What's your address? I'd advise you, unless you're cool with paying for someone's shopping spree at Macy's or their vacation in the Bahamas or somewhere like that, and you get absolutely shit, no help, go on, give your name, your address, your phone number, and information. Because they're gonna get paid and they're not gonna do shit for you. Okay, so go give that. If you're not cool with that, hang up the phone, because when they ask that and you keep asking them, what is it that you do, and they can't answer you, but they want all your information, that's just going to their grant funds. So they're just writing your information that goes to their grant funds. Okay, you have to be very vigilant and you have to seek out real help. Is there real help? I don't know. It's probably like a needle in a haystack. I don't even think you can convince someone. And you can't, because each heart is its own, and God knows what that heart says. You can't even convince them. Hey, you want to tell me what is this? What do you do? Hey, you want to help me? This situation is serious, or But you'll see the those sites like this. The first thing you see, be wary. Donate. That's on page one. Then following that, you'll see we're going to the Bahamas, summer beach party, the Hyatt Regency campaign. I mean, you'll see all these vacation, kind of like things like we're going to have this conference, but you rarely see anything on there that says the work. And getting into all of this, someone was busted. Ooh, that was in a nonprofit. And you'll see this here. I have it here, and I'll go ahead and read you a short little description here at 9:37. Okay, so this is what this guy did. He was the former CEO of Los Angeles based. There's that anti-poverty again to tug at your heartstrings. Nonprofit agrees to plead guilty to embezzling and misusing funds alongside tax offense. The former president and CEO of a Hollywood based anti poverty nonprofit agency, I just put this in a groggy voice, sorry, has agreed to plead guilty to federal charges for embezzling money from the nonprofit for his personal benefit and intentionally, quote, misapplying more than close to a million, over a little bit half, of $1,600,000 in grant money to pay for unauthorized expenses and lying on his tax returns, the Justice Department announced today. Howard Dixon Singleton, 53, of Studio City, has agreed to plead guilty to a two-count information, charging him with conversion and intentional misapplication of funds from an organization receiving federal money and subscribing to a false federal income tax return. Both the information and plea agreement were filed today in the United States District Court. Singleton is expected to make his initial court appearance in the coming weeks. So this is what he did according to his plea agreement from 96 until he was fired in 2019. Slingerland, I could have said that name wrong previously, was the president and CEO of Youth Policy Institute. It's a Hollywood-based nonprofit agency that worked to eradicate poverty. For whom? Looks like for him. In some of the highest needed neighborhood that's underserved, rather, not undeserved. I don't know why I get that mixed up. Underserved neighborhoods in Los Angeles with a comprehensive approach. You're supposed to address education, youth development, safety, job training, health, and wellness. In those roles, Slingerland had check signing authority over YPI Bank's accounts and was the personal guarantor of YPI's credit card. Over $600,000 in funds. It goes on to just explain and break down in detail what he did. Some of that: tutoring services for himself, vacations, personal computers, and such. Let's put a face to the name. Here is Slingerton with that big happy smile. Yeah. You know, nowadays people could be smiling or be poker face. But getting back to the program. And you know what, folks? The saddest thing, when you see that little side video that I did, is this guy, the saddest thing, I don't know if you heard me, I have my mic down. This guy, his smiley face, is not alone because there is so many. Look, Make-A-Wish Foundation, Patrick Graham, nonprofit organizations. Just drop that drop it. Igor Brought, Bill Davis, Jennifer Oatley, Santos. I think that's a congressman. Oh, parade of happy faces, and we're here to help, and don't worry no more. But I don't know. That's for the people having the problems. But these grants and federal things, I really think they should probably be done away with, because there's probably like two or three good nonprofits out there, and they probably are really doing what they're supposed to. This is a list, by the way, of all the people, not all of them, but some of them, that are doing this nonprofit fakeness. And Make-A-Wish Foundation, that's horrible. Okay, these are some of the people, but anywho, I think most of them should probably be done away with. If they're not done away with, because when you report, there's not enough. There needs to be something aside from the government that's like a people's organization that oversees what these people are doing. Just a third party that's neutral to the situation, not on either side, that takes paperwork and oversees, taking names, calling them, and saying, hey, what these people actually do to help you, because they have your name here. You know, each name is worth about 1,000 to 30,000, depending on the mission and what the nonprofit does, especially for the most, end quote, poorest people. Jackasses. Okay, and now that you've heard that description, you can kind of get a gist of just what these nonprofit people are all about. Some of them, and like I said, they'll want your name, your detailed information, your phone number, but they can't tell you shit what they do. Neither can they help you. So could it be a farce? Could it be that most nonprofits are a farce? At least the lawyer tells you, I don't work under contingency. You're going to have to pay me. You got to watch out for that too, in some respect. But some people have a creative way of getting in your way when you need help and getting information from you. Just be very, very vigilant of that. So, saying all that, I believe in transparency. I believe if you are a nonprofit, you should have everything plastered on some place, some internet, some site where your donors can see exactly what's happening with each and every one of their dollars. And if they can't see that, what are you doing? You're not doing nothing. As well as that, you should have something that shows who you're helping, the victories you have accumulated. If you're not victorious, trying to show what you're doing to get there. I think Consumer Watchdog is a good one that has some of those things they have. But just, saying, talking, spreading stuff on your thing and taking people's names and addresses, we know what's going on there. And I just read that about that guy right there, that you see what he was doing. And I don't think that's far off to a lot of, unfortunately, other organizations that follow suit. So I just say, is it worth going to a nonprofit? Because in the end, what are they really doing? But in my instance, I would like to, if I can, if I would get this far, start a nonprofit where once you put in your cake, your money, your grant, you have a particular number attached to it to see the pool it goes in. And you can put that in every single second and see what's happening with your dollars, see what's going on, with your money instead of just, uh, we do it, we pay, instead of it being so vague. Like, well, we pay a CEO this umpty hundred thousands of dollars, and then we take about 2 pennies and help the rest of everyone else. So, no, it should never be that way. I believe that if you're in a nonprofit, you shouldn't get paid, except for the obvious things that you need. You're going to need a vehicle to transport. You'll probably need a desk for other volunteers, a building for volunteers, but you should be content with what you already have because most of the funds, most, if not 100% of the funds, are used to actually help the people that are having the situations. So, my idea, without going too far into it, is just to do that. Transparency, if you're a lawyer in legal that is willing, I know you're not going to drop the you don't have to pay me, but if you're a seasoned lawyer in legal that is willing, if we get enough, especially civil rights lawyer, uh, to put that into funding, especially if you're vetted, a good lawyer, to fighting the cause if the person has an actual case. These people say they give you a consultation. Watch out for that. In my own experience, they got blessed to find some lawyers that are actually, doing as they say. And then there are some lawyers that have their intake agents, their intake, end quote, take your name information. And I'm not sure if they even look at anything you have there. And I'm not sure what they're doing with the name and information. But come back and tell you, although you have a stinger of a case, unfortunately, we can't work on it. It could be for economical reasons. Oh, we're busy with a caseload. Oh, you're busy with a caseload, but you have a big fat ad on Google saying, come to us. We would like to do this business with you and see your case. Do you understand that? Do you? I mean, I don't. If you're busy with a caseload, how are you advertising? Yeah. So, anyway, fair, impartial, good attorneys that are vetted and that our organization will take the funds that we derive from different donors that have the transparency to see where their funds are being put into action to pay those vetted, seasoned attorneys to fight a cause. No case is too big or too small. No case is too important. No case is too not important because that is not for us to say. The person, whatever happened to them, that's for them to say. And it would always be on a first come, first serve basis. If you're there, you're there. If the case can be taken, it can be taken. If not, not. No case is too small. No case is too big. We don't work with what we think is important because to each and every person, whatever the damage done is that important to them that they would like some type of victory and accountability and litigation behind it. So it's important to them. If it's a case, that consultation will always be something that that may be free to them to see if the person even possibly has a case. These are just ideas that, without me going too much into it, that I will think about in the future that I would like to do and get some donors that believe that our society could be enriched, believe in fairness, believe in civil rights for everyone, equality for everyone, get donors to back it. I'm not in the position to do it as of yet, but hopefully in the near future, this can become about to do it. And I think doing so, I'll just say the name of your organization is, you know, accountability are us or something. I'm just make up any name. And if someone decides, at least they have in the back of their mind, oh, no, 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 wait a minute. Instead of thinking, like what I told you when I began this video, instead of thinking, they don't have a chance, they're too poor, they don't have no help. None of those organizations, none of those nonprofits, they can't count on them. They're shit anyway. We'll get away with it. Oh. Instead of someone who's evil thinking like that, they can always think of accountability, and this is just a fake name, are us for justice, and they really do their damn job, and those people could go there. So stop where you're at it, and just do the right thing. And accountability leads rather, pardon me, to steadiness, where people cannot just keep doing the wrong thing to other people, knowing that they're poor, and that's why I sadly believe they do it, because there is no way if they were a millionaire they would be doing that to a millionaire. Trust me, because they have the backbone to come back and sue and take it all. Okay, so I think more offenses are, and you probably underreport it, done to people that are middle class or don't have enough money to hire an attorney. But if we could put that to bed, put that to rest, and get accumulation of enough dollars to have the fund and show people we're doing exactly what we say to do that, I think there would be more accountability and less friction and less wrongdoing to those that are vulnerable in the world. So hopefully, if I can get something up and going, up and running, or if someone can, even if it's not me, to do a similar thing, if they believe in that, I think there's more good people than bad. I hope that is. I really do. No one's perfect, but boy, you wake up, and I'm just steadily thinking what's going on in Israel right now, and it's like a shock. You're unprepared. You just wake up in your house. I can't even go there. But anyway, thanks guys for all prayers for Israel, Jerusalem, our world is just turned upside down evil, and it's getting worse by the day. I don't know. Lord help us. Thank you for listening. Please take that in. Look forward to something like that, I hope. And I hope you do your own thing with something like that. I don't ever know. No one knows if the world's going to change. Is it changing the right way? We don't know. Okay, thank you for watching. Until next time.